All right, guys, buckle in. This is a Nick episode. Woo!
It's fine.
So I'm Nick, this is Jake, and today I'm going to drop some hot knowledge on you about TV. What? A lot of people ask me back home, what TV show should I watch?
Hey, Nick,
And-
what TV show should I watch?
Good question. So I compiled a top 10 list of all the TV shows that I think you should watch to be entertained, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very important to me that the show has to feel somewhat complete, so a lot of the shows that I have on here are shows that are completely done. For example, Rick and Morty is a show that I think is going to be on this list eventually, but since it's only 2 seasons, I didn't put it on the list. However, I will put, at the end of this video, I'll put an honorable mentions page of all the shows that I think is it's going to be a long list. And then there's also, this list is very highly opinionated.
China.
So there's a lot of shows that didn't make this list. For example, Walking Dead, which I absolutely hate. I really don't like that show. The first episode of the season's really good, and the last episode's really good, but then they kind of muddle it down in the middle. So if you like Walking Dead, just stop watching now.
No. You watch other shows probably than just Walking Dead. Keep watching. Come on. Don't write off people immediately.
Half our audience just left. By the way, no spoilers in this video, so don't be worried about that. I'm going to try to be as spoiler-free as possible. Just talking about why the show is good, not necessarily what happens in the show. So keep that in mind. You ready?
Who, me?
Yeah.
All right.
Number 10 is House of Cards. I really like this show because of the acting. I think Kevin Spacey and Robin Wright are the bomb. The writing on the show is really clever, and I think the overall cinematography and the style of the show is like probably the best I've ever seen on any show.
I've watched like 4 or 5 episodes. I like the Emperor's New Groove moments where, what's the main character's name? Frank Underwood just like pauses in real life to address the audience.
Like how you said,
I call it the Emperor's
New Groove.
I mean, it's like the same thing. All of a sudden, stop.
Not Ferris Bueller, not Deadpool, but Emperor's New Groove. You had so many fourth wall breakers to go to. Unfortunately, Emperor's New Groove, the TV show, did not make this list.
That was New School.
New School. Emperor's New School. Yeah. Number 9 is American Dad.
Not Family Guy.
Yeah.
What is this madness?
Yeah. Family Guy has its moments, obviously, but American Dad is just, I think, smarter, has better characters, and I think that Roger, the alien, he is what gives the show, like, the legs of the show. Like, it keeps it going. You could do anything with him. Yeah.
Roger can be literally anybody because his whole thing with costumes. And also, I think I like the way even the characters are drawn more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the animation's a little bit cleaner. And I also think the characters are just way more, like, interesting. I think the kids are a lot more fleshed out. I think the ABC storylines are so much better, and I think it makes American Dad way more rewatchable than Family Guy. So, all right, number 8, The Office. No shock there.
That does not surprise me.
Yeah.
You've been watching The Office for as long as I've known you.
Yeah, I used to binge watch the first 3 seasons of The Office over and over again in middle school. Like, I would literally go 1, 2, 3, and as soon as 3 ended, I go back to 1, 1, 2, 3, and it'd just be like that for my entire middle school career. So the reason why it's probably not higher on this list is because after a certain character leaves, the show kind of gets meh. They start jumping the shark, as they say in the TV biz.
There he goes!
Just come up with ridiculous things to
Yeah.
make people watch?
Yeah,
Okay.
they come
Happy
up-
Days reference.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah, they
Is
started
that
doing
on the list? Is
Happy Days.
on the
It
list?
is not, unfortunately.
The Office is fine. I like The Office.
It's a good show. It's a good, easy show to start watching.
Ugh, this next one.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Number 7.
Worst show on TV.
Whatever.
And
Number
on
7.
Yahoo.
Number 7. Number 7. Community. Bam, 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 bam. It'd probably be number 3 on this list if it didn't start getting bad towards the end. I think once...
Got bad towards the end.
Yeah. But you know what? The heart was still there. The Yahoo season was okay. So.
I like the show. I just like telling Nick I hate the show and insisting that it's awful.
Yeah.
That's more fun for me than watching the show.
Yeah. It can be really, really funny, and then all of a sudden it gets just like very deep out of nowhere. Like you're just like kind of like surprised, like, wow, that actually said something. And I think that's really good. I have the first 4 seasons on DVD too, which is like the only TV show I have on DVD, so that says something.
I'm working on getting rid of those.
Number 6 is going to shock the world. You ready? Number 6, Parks and Recreation. What? Above The Office? How could you do that? Parks and Rec, I think, is one of the most underrated TV shows. It has some of the best characters. And you know what? The Office kind of was like really moldy cheese. Like, it was good. It's really good when you get it and you keep it refrigerated. But then it started getting moldy and bad. That's The Office. Parks and Rec, though,
started off as moldy cheese.
No.
And then freshened up over time.
Actually, yes. Yeah, that's basically what it is.
I know that everyone hates the first season. So.
The first 2 seasons of Parks and Rec are not bad. They're just okay. But then season 3 starts and the show just becomes amazing. And then let's not forget that Chris Pratt is in the show. So
Fat Chris Pratt. Chris Fat.
Chris Fat.
PH Fat.
Exactly.
With a silent R.
All right, number 5. Yes, number 5.
Wait, really? Only 5? This one surprises me.
So number 5 is Lost. For me, is probably my favorite TV show of all time that got sort of bad the more you watch it. But you know what? No, it's not bad. I'm not going to say that at all. The first 2 seasons for sure are my favorite, like especially number 2. Stuff, yeah.
I haven't watched Lost either.
Yeah.
I haven't watched a lot of these shows. I've only seen episodes of these shows.
Anyway, I think Lost is a great show. I think it has some of the best characters, has some of the best stories. The flashbacks are, the best. It's the best. It uses flashbacks better than any other TV show ever. The ending is exact. It's not the ending we expected, but it's the one we needed.
Thanks, Nolan.
Yeah. No, it's a great show. Seriously, watch it. You won't be disappointed. I promise you. Number 4. Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Everyone at Columbia has like a serious like hard-on for Always Sunny because it's like the perfect comedy.
Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Did it first.
That's my next point. Always Sunny is basically a modern version of Seinfeld because it's dirtier, it's darker, but it has like very similar characters and very similar ideas, and that it's just a bunch of terrible people doing terrible things and learning nothing at the end. It's such a bingeable show. That's why it's number 4.
Wait, does How I Met Your Mother make this list?
It does not, actually.
What?
Yeah, How I Met Your Mother does not make this list.
The one show I've seen every fucking episode on. You didn't even put it on the list.
Okay, How I Met Your Mother is literally number 11. It's number 11. I did this. All right, so number 3 is Futurama.
Not The Simpsons. What is this, man?
Yeah, right. In my opinion, probably one of the best animated TV shows. It's funny, it's very, very bingeable. It has so many good characters, so many good jokes that you can draw from it.
It made you cry a few times?
Yeah.
You cried at Futurama?
Dude, there's some episodes that are so sad. They're hard to get through. Like, I was tearing up a little bit.
Like Dan Harmon wrote them.
Yeah, right. My hero. Now we're heading to the top 2. Top 2!
We don't have to say that every time we...
Okay, yeah, we don't have to do that anymore. All right, so number 2 is Game of Thrones. I think this is probably going to be number 1 on my list once the show's over. But since it's not over and the show that's number 1 is over, we're going to do Game of Thrones as number 2. I don't think any show has the budget of Game of Thrones. I don't think it has...
Probably not.
The settings are ridiculous. The effects are ridiculous, and then also the story is just really, really unique. Like you never know what's going to happen, and every episode is something to talk about. There's so much going on in one episode, and there's so many things to talk about, and there's so much to like about it, and it's just a really great show, and it's probably good. Like I said, it's going to be number 1 once it's over. Yeah. But I can't give it number 1 yet, because for all we know, it could end and everything is just terrible. It could just be like, oh, it was just all a dream kind of thing. You never know, and that would totally ruin it. So
what if it got canceled and never got picked back up again?
Yeah, there we go.
In the middle of an arc.
Oh, my God. All right, now I need a drum roll. Number 1 TV show of all time that everyone must watch. The winner is Luke Cage. Wait, what?
Nice one, Steve Harvey.
All right, and the winner is Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad is number 1 on my list. There's no show that I think even comes close to it. It's one of the very few times where a show has perfect acting, perfect writing, and perfect cinematography and directing.
You're goddamn right.
And all that was shown as it won pretty much all the Emmys when it came out. It wasn't even fair. If you watched the Emmys when Breaking Bad came out, it pretty much won everything.
Plural, bitch!
It was nominated for. So I think, honestly, I tell this to everyone about Breaking Bad. I think that Breaking Bad should be taught in like English class. It should be taught like Shakespeare.
Apply yourself.
Because I think it's more relevant than Shakespeare is at this point. Like, I think kids one day are gonna go home and they're gonna have to watch an episode of Breaking Bad for homework, and that is the day I'm waiting for.
It's really not any worse than Shakespeare.
Yeah.
I mean, in Macbeth, everyone dies, right?
Yeah. Breaking Bad it's perfect. It's got political stances that are very interesting. It has really good character development, and it's very relevant to our time. And I think that's why it is definitely number 1 on my list. Every shot means something in Breaking Bad, so just keep an eye out for that. Everything that happens in that show happens for a reason. Which is a line from Lost. Regardless.
All right, Lost is back at the top.
Yeah, you know what? Lost is number 1. I lied. All right, so I'll throw up my honorable mentions right now so you guys can see it. It's going to be like right over. Scrolling. Yeah. Wait, do this.
The whole time? I don't fucking do this the whole time. It's not a show. If you like or disagree with anything in Nick's list, throw in a comment down below and tell us what you think about it. If you think it's garbage.
I
Garbage.
fully expect that.
Always Sunny shit. Parks and Rec is garbage. I hate The Office. Psych and LeBribe. That's what I told Logan I'd say.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't want us saying like and subscribe, so now it's like and subscribe.
Psych and LeBribe, guys. Keep a lookout on our Facebook and our Twitter page. We'll be posting some fun stuff. We think we're going to start posting some pictures and like some memes and stuff like that. So keep
some memes.
Some memes. Yeah. 3, 2, 1, point. Yeah.
Swing.
Swing.
That's it.
I like that.
What?